I'm DG.
And I'm Jess.
And today we're going to talk about activities that you can do the first week of school.
The first thing that you're going to want to do is kill and drill your routines. You want them to know exactly what to do at what time. When they first come in, what are they going to do? When they come in after recess, what are they going to do? When they come in after lunch, what are they going to do? How are they lining up for all these things to go in and out? And even passing out papers and any sort of routine that you do on the daily, you want them to have it mastered.
Then I also like to follow up with a following directions test. It's basically a fun activity that they can do, and the first line says something to the extent of read everything before you do any of the directions. And then there's fun things for the kids who don't really follow directions. They have to stand up and say, I love broccoli, or, walk around the room, I love school, I love school. And then once they get to the end, they realize, oh, I actually wasn't supposed to do any of that. I was only supposed to write my name. You will probably get one or two kids that actually follow directions and get all the way to the end, but most of them don't. And I like to use that as a segue to take me into an activity where I really need them focused and following my directions. It sets it up really nicely.
Another thing that you want to do is if you want to have peer collaboration in your classroom, you want to show them what that looks like. Use them as examples. So how are they communicating and what kind of things can you use to prompt them with sentence frames or even types of questions they should ask each other?
And then I take this into peer interviews. As part of the getting to know each other, I pair them up. It's usually random, and then they have to ask each other different questions about themselves or each other. And they go in and have some funny questions like, if you had a pet hippopotamus, what would you name it? And why are chihuahuas awesome? And then I also have real things. How many siblings do you have? Have you been to another state? What's your favorite school activity? Or what are your hobbies? And it's a really nice way to get to know the students, for them to get to know each other. And then they also present and introduce their partner to the rest of the class after given some practice time.
Another thing that I feel is very important for the first week and just setting that foundation for the first entire year of school, is that growth mindset. Setting that growth mindset versus that fixed mindset. What does growth mindset look like and what does fixed mindset look like? And there's also even episodes on YouTube for the growth mindset that I can actually show the students. So it doesn't have to be all in one day. You want to establish that it's something that you have to work on. You want to establish that grit in your classroom and that it's okay to make some mistakes because that's where we learn the most.
The first week of school is when I really take the time to make sure my students know what they're doing for their class jobs. I usually only switch class jobs at the semester or when I was on trimester system at trimesters, and it really makes sure that the students know what they're doing and that everything flows smoothly in the classroom.
And also within the first week, you want to make sure you try to get some time to squeeze in to give a good phone call home because you want to establish that happy relationship and not have your first phone call be something negative.
I also like to use this as a time where I invite the parent to back to school night if I'm able to squeeze it in, unless you're one of those schools that does it first day. Then maybe it won't work. Otherwise, it's a good first connection. That pretty much does it for us. Make sure you follow us on Instagram and subscribe to our channel for new ideas that come out every week. Happy teaching experience. Bye.